folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last part, we made the Oikonos. That's the name, right? I'm not crazy. Oikos. Venat, and let's speak with her. See you, the woman standing in front of yonder building? Her name is Ismene. She is the one who made arrangements for my stay in Elpis, and from what I recall, she has held her position here for quite some time. Just as she can provide us with some insights. Go and ask your questions. I will help with drawing down answers if need be, but I leave the choice of topic up to you. Oh, no. I guess I could go the right way. Questions for me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. Following event cannot be skipped. Alright. Greetings, Ismene. My friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes. I was wondering if you might indulge her. Certainly, Mistress Venat. Anything that be of service. What do you wish to know? What kind of person is he? Well, I can only answer from my own experience, but I would describe him as a quiet man, reserved, you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His reticent nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as chief overseer. The man is a walking archive when it comes to life forms. He can discuss any species in incredible detail and is the leading authority on concepts with the power of flight. I hope that answers your question. Was there anything else? How long has Medion been here? I cannot rightly say. As the chief's personal creation, Medion has not been subjected to observation and study like other concepts. So one day she was simply there, and what do you make of her abilities? I understand that she is a highly unusual familiar, able to read emotions and communicate directly with one's mind. However, exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but I have not had the occasion to discuss it with Chief Hermes. Do you wish you knew him better? The Chief may not be the most gregarious individual, but he engages with us as is necessary for everyone to perform their duties. I wouldn't want to intrude upon his privacy for the sake of curiosity. Though if you wish to learn more about Medion, you could try speaking with Timaeus, another expert in the creation of flying concepts. He should be conducting his observations on the banks of the stream, somewhere to the east. Oh, and, unless you take a particular joy in rambling discourse, I suggest you keep your questions concise. We shall keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and insight. Think nothing of it. If there is aught else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. Come, Arya, I think we've taken enough of Ismene's time. Our investigation is off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? From here, I propose that we split up. I shall continue making inquiries with the resident observers if you could track down the colleague Ismene mentioned. Well, I did feel compelled to interject once or twice during that previous conversation. You seem more than capable of drawing forth the answers you seek. All I ask is that you watch your footing around the stream. We can meet back here once you finish speaking with Timaeus. With this Timaeus. That's right now. Been a little while since I've, actually, done much. So, there they are. Yes, I'm Timaeus, but please keep your voice down. You'll startle the birds. The event cannot be skipped. So, what is it you wish to speak about? What do you think of Chief Hermes' flying creations? Chief Hermes' work? A worthy subject indeed. Those beings which soar through the clouds, majestic and graceful, are ever a favorite of creators. Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concepts continues unabated. What sets the chiefs and creations apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high that they disappear from view, others which traverse the boundless sky in moments, and all without riding the currents. I know of none save he who can conceive such marvels. Even we who prize elegance of form above all else are dumbfounded by his genius. Medion, too, is a marvel, then. My opinion on that matter would be superficial at best. Despite my admiration for Medion as a concept, I have never delved too deeply into the inner workings of her nature. I know that she has a gift for communicating via emotions, but otherwise her abilities are a mystery to me. If Chief Hermes should choose to submit Medion's concept to the Bureau of the Architect, then will the design be registered for public scrutiny? Analyzing colleagues' creation before that step is frowned upon, to say the least. Of course, if you give them to me, a fellow artisan, looking for advice, that would be an entirely different story. Do you know of Dynamis and Entelechy? Dynamis and Entelechy? Those terms do sound vaguely familiar. Was there not a flower made here in Elpis which exhibited properties of one or the other? It must have been centuries since I last heard anyone speak of such things. Has there been a resurgence in interest? Then why bring up the subject? I'm flattered that you saw my insight, but I cannot afford to neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Now, I really must return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to attend to? So I totally forgot that I need to go into my Elpis garb. They have a button for it. Oh gosh. This button. No, it's not that button. It is this button. There we go. We fixed the glamour. Back already? That was quick work. You were obviously clever enough to head off any of the rambling Ismene mentioned. So, have you any new findings to share? I see. Even an expert in the field had little understanding of Medion's capabilities, let alone awareness of Dynamis. My questions result in much the same answers. Hermes' colleagues view Medion as his personal project and could provide no details beyond those which he just told me. Which leads me to believe that the only person with any significant knowledge of Dynamis is Hermes himself. Yes, we've made some progress here, but more information is needed if we are to reach any definitive conclusions. Witness to the spectacle. At present, those journalists link we have to the final days is the power of Dynamis and the Entelechy which can control it. Yet, most scholars are only vaguely aware of these terms, let alone study them in any depth. Except for Hermes, it seems. Thus, I am inclined to stay at our current course and learn all we can about the chief overseer and his familiar. On that subject, was there aught else of note you can tell me about Medion, aside from her unorthodox method of communication? There are more like her. She has sisters. I rather wished you had mentioned that earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate? So, these siblings of hers now traveled a great expanse in search of deeper meaning. Thank you. Though the mystery at hand remains unsolved, I feel you've touched upon a vital clue, one we should keep in mind as we continue. Next, I propose we take ourselves a Peripetea crystalline. Not far from here. Just follow the path to the west. I guess that is the south, not the west. Basically the same direction, right? We're looking at current. Southwest? Oh gosh, it's left this forever. South. Sorry, but now I have more pressing. East. It's up here, right? Down here. Okay. This tower and the one further along are both Parapatea crystalline, the facility where they archive all of Elvis's observational and testing records. Despite how they appear from the outside, the interior is actually a vast area of magically interconnected spaces, which, while fascinating, is not the reason we are here, is it? Shall cut my architectural lesson short and see what those two archivists have to share. If you could find someone to speak with over at the other tower, I shall join you there and on. Sure. Let us do that, I guess. Right. Over. You have questions for me? Certainly. And just a moment while I conclude my current appointment. Indeed. So if you could provide a comprehensive log of those behaviors, we should then have sufficient data for our official records. Now, what was it you wished to speak with me about? The Chief Overseer's personal research project, and by that I assume you mean Meteon. Such undocumented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing a researcher trailed by one creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly when Meteon appeared, only that she now spends much of her time at Chief Hermes' side. Although, I do recall an interesting tale my dearest Galeen shared with me. Galeen is my partner and a fellow researcher here in Altus. She was returning late one night when she caught sight of Chief Hermes sending Meteon heavensward, a host of them. For several days, she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles that she had ever witnessed. It sounds like a story I should like to hear. Mistress Venat, I thought you had already returned to the surface. Permit me to thank you again for your invaluable contribution to our concept placement proposal. Pray do not mention it. As you say, my original plan was to leave that after that task, but I have since become engrossed with the Chief Hermes' research. Would you favor me with a retelling of this site, which so delighted you, Galeen? Of course, or you could hear it from her lips directly, if you prefer. The person she should be observing a subject in Metabasios Thalasai. She does enjoy her time there, watching the sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters of the world's ocean, and creating such sublime detail. I imagine you must find similar joy in indulging your boundless curiosity, Mistress Venat. Even though such pursuits must continually and regretfully delay your return to the star. Indeed they do. Tis a rest well deserved and long overdue, I should think. How great have we prospered for the wisdom that you accumulated during your travels as a Zem. And what would Elvis be without your earlier academic work? The theories you developed served as the basis of many techniques still in use today. Man is a creature of contemplation, but none embody that nature with as much enduring passion as you. I dare say there is not a soul alive more worthy of return. I shall rejoice the day you depart on your final journey. I will be honored. Well, shall we take this opportunity to meet with Galeen in person? Then allow me to reconfigure the door to the archives here. We'll take you up to the Skyway and spare you the need to avoid hostile concepts on the ground. That would be most helpful, thank you. I've opened the pathway to the Skyway. Once you pass through the door, simply walk straight across to the next tower and ask for admittance to the upper tier. Upon arrival at the upper tier, walk straight across the Skyway and you will find yourself at the entrance to Metabasios Thalasai. Galeen will be eager to share her tale with you, I am sure. idea here. May as well get on the bike. Mistress Venat, just passing through. Then allow me to prepare the path. If you need further assistance, there is always an observer or two out on the upper skyway. Pass down the pass. Alright, unhurried observer. Mistress Venat, I was not told to expect. We would have prepared an official welcome. Please, there's no need for fanfare. Only wish to speak with Galeen, if that might be arranged. Yes, Galeen, of course. I will inform her immediately. But she may be engaged in the testing phase. You could be in for something of the way. She'll let her know your business is urgent. That won't be necessary. This lovely food will keep us occupied until she is ready to receive us.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
Venat, please. I just stuffed my mouth. Some parts, yes. Others, not so much.
Dark, hidden places, rife with danger. Those have an altogether different, but no less powerful sort of appeal. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures? Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveler. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
Well, you see, it all started out with those shrews.
Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us. born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true. And a presence without, immense yet intimate, fate perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath. I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people, beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. A moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness. My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Metea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
So another piece of the puzzle falls into place. From what we've learned thus far, I think we can safely conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others, which suggests that either someone will appropriate his discoveries and make use of them, or that Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final days. Since we have no reason yet to suspect the former, we should consider the latter the more likely possibility. Proceeding under that assumption, our next step should be to divine why, or even if, he might desire such a terrible fate for our star. Worthy of his back. I should like to visit the site from which Hermes sent forth the Metia. If we are fortunate, we might find some hint of what drives this research of his. Galeen said she spotted them in the southeast, rising from an isle she could see from the edge. If we stand at that same vantage point, it should not prove too difficult to locate the isle in question. Let's take a look, shall we? Alrighty. No pressing matter quest here. I don't remember where we are on currents in here. 2 and 3 quests, okay. Alright, we're really going southeast, so let's book it here. I think I did this right. Yeah, we're pretty much good for... Unless there's something over there, which is possible, but... Really might actually be possible. Okay, anyway. Just trying to question. No! Wrong button. Compass, but it's fine. We're pretty much here. Now, if I were conducting some mystery research, where would I go? Ah, what about that one? A Vietnamese supply? 'Tis quite a distance away. Haven't found all the ether currents yet. Sorry. Inconvenient, but hardly an insurmountable problem. To me, Argos. Friend, would you mind creating double to carry Arya here over to that island? Stubborn creature, there's no place on this great star we have not together traveled, and still remains obstinate in the presence of strangers. Argos has rather exacting standards, I'm afraid. What? Rated him before? Ah, your before meaning my after. Not at all confusing, that? Interesting. It is certainly not unthinkable. But speaking of the here and now, the quick solution is for us to face off in a sparring match. What? Demonstrate to him that you are capable of holding your own against me in battle, and you should convince Argos that you are worthy of his back. Besides, I might even teach you a thing or two into the bargain. You seem doubtful, but useful as or not, it will certainly be a moment to remember, a memory of the distant past to cherish. What say you, traveler out of time? Choose your battlefield. Let's do this. I admire your confidence. Clear your mind, prepare your weapons. I will await you at the clearing over yonder. Well done. Let's avoid the big kitties. Poor Fate. Say hello to Dragon Quest enemy, by the way. Alright. Shall we begin? Be warned, I'll not go easy on you.
Hold back.
Okay, it's been a little bit since I've played Monk here. Oh god.
My blade sings!
Oh gosh, I can't even hit the buttons right. No! Why did you do this to me? Okay. Anyway. Music kind of fixed. Oh gosh, I'm still getting blown up by sound effects though. What the heck? Sound effects down. Okay. Avoid the stuff. Okay. Stuff avoided.
My blade sings!
Anyway, she's doing things, exoflare, all that, and, you know, don't want to talk about the music. What can I say?
Impressive. I shall have to try something different.
So when she says that, she actually is going to change up what she's doing here? Like so. You can check what she's doing. Muse Phantom Argos Muse Word.
No quarter! Have a taste!
Alright, rotation! And out! Why do this to me? I'm a monk! Oh, right, this. Punishing as other stuff in Endwalker with the get vulnerability every time you mess up.
I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
What do you expect? You've heard who I am! Alright, so she's swapping up to a staff. I messed up my rotation. Cool, fine. Fine. I'm trying not to music, okay? kind of camp on her cub while they're here and not stand out, I guess.
Yourself.
What? No! What? I'm a melee! Why? This was less stupid when I was on... on mocking this. No! No! No, you're not doing this to me, Venat! What? Okay. We can be not bad at this. Stone 4. What? No! No. This. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
So, anyways, we need to interrupt these dilemmas before they get to her, because she is charging. You can see her ether charge there. Again, this was a whole heck of a lot easier on the ranged. Yay! Okay, I only have so many charges. Okay, so we're gonna have to take a gauge, I think, first, because I think they might move a little faster. Definitely move faster. Okay, I made it. No, there's more! Shoot! No! Was not ready for more. I got these. Oh my gosh, I'm missing being on range right now for this fight. I'm hardcore missing being on range. There wasn't another engage, right? Okay, we're good. There's another one. Okay, we're fine. Everything is fine. None have made it to her. There is no reason to panic.
Break your chains, shed your burdens, and show me your strength of will!
You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough. Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azam when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding. As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest. It seems we have both learned much on our journeys. Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you. A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites, and is ever eager to come to their aid.
Well then. Argos will soon have us standing on the very spot where the Metia made their departure into the night sky. With luck, we will learn something of Hermes' intentions. My hope is that we find no festering wish for oblivion. We might have Hermes and his considerate expertise working for us rather than against us. Alright. A flower upon your return. Let's move over to the edges before mounting, shall we? That will allow Argos to catch the currents rising up from below and give us a smooth ride over to the isle. Now we fix the sound. Argos motions to us back with his muzzle, even given the go-ahead to hop on. Great. Isn't this pleasant? Argos certainly seems to think so. Yeah, and at least you're being quiet about it. Maybe. It's making this awkward silence for me. Now, what was the name of that tree? Well, something. Ah, Notes of Horion. Quite a striking specimen, is it not? Brace yourself for landing. I wouldn't want you tunneling off at the last moment.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before? So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you. Come and stand before me. There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved. Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture, possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, as though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion?
Hermes is a gentle soul, and yet...
I understand. He is a gentle soul, and well-intentioned. Yet it does not take ill intent to beget ill. We must consider the possibility that something may have gone awry. Perhaps it was oversight, or simply an accident. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
Oh, well, at least they quickly brought me back, huh? There are any number of places where Hermes might be an Elpis. But we could do worse than the look in Katis's Hyperborea, the largest facility. It stands in Ethos Boreas, the Northern Isle. I wonder, Arya, for an institution which claims to studiously research every species destined for release into the world, did you not question how they find room for them all on so few isles? The answer lies within Katisis itself. I touched upon the practice before back at the archives, where a vast area is stitched together out of multiple conceptual spaces. The same holds true for the interior of this facility and its magically constructed environs. 'Tis there, within those sprawling habitats, that the chief overseer and most of Elpis' observers conduct the bulk of their work. Come, the simplest route is via the Neas north of Poitin Oikos. Alright, so let's investigate this current northeast. No! Oh, you got the side quest now. So we're still investigating this. We're also on the wrong mount. Okay. Anyway. Be northeast. Do this and go grab the side quest. Then this will probably be it. 88 east. Right over here. Over here? 27. Right there. Cool. Okay, this will probably be the last one on this island, which I think leaves us with, what, one left? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let's go grab these two current quests. Where be a few? There we are. An expected guest. Well, this is a pickle. Wherever am I to? Please tell me you're here to deliver messages from Cleon. You are a familiar, yes. Azem's familiar? Oh, I do like the name. Arya. But if people like Azem, then what has become of our visitor from Alderaan? He was meant to arrive some time ago. Our wildlife subjects are accustomed to the presence of the long-term observers, but when someone from outside of Elpis comes to visit, the reactions can be somewhat unpredictable and occasionally violent. We'd be so kind as to track down Cleon and see that no harm has befallen him. Visitors don't wear masks, so he should be easy to spot. And if you do happen to find him in the process of being mauled, you have my permission to terminate the offending subject. Safety first. Let's go grab this other one. There's a rock in my way. I'm trying to adjust myself. Alright. The Perks of Being a Lost Flower. Should read that book. You're a visitor too, aren't you? Perhaps you might be willing to help me then. Did you happen to see a blue-haired woman in the area? She wouldn't have been wearing a mask. I see. She and I are students of Academia Uniter, and we had intended to spend our downtime visiting Elpis together. We were just on our way when she realized she forgot something back in Adagnoris, and so she ran back. And that was when I last saw her. She can be a bit, how should I put it, scatterbrained, so she may well have simply got lost on her way back. Would rather not search for her myself, but for what if she comes back while I'm away? So if it's isn't too much trouble, perhaps you would be so kind as to look for her. Like us, she won't be wearing a mask, so she should stand out a touch. And you'll find her in the area full of mythos. No, so in all likelihood. You can come across her. Could you help her out a bit? See if she makes it back. Wait. Okay, they're both. One's over there, and then one's here. Okay. Hello, Minotaur. How's it going? You chill? Cool. Me too. Alright. Let's get out of here. Let's do this thing. or something, but details. Okay, so let's play on. Thank you for taking the initiative. I wasn't sure about the etiquette of this giant creature under observation. I'm Cleon, recently arrived from Almaret. I assume Myra sent you to fetch me. I see. Well, we had best not keep her waiting any longer. Fear not, I will avoid upsetting any more of the local inhabitants. Alright, so let's go back to Anagnoris. Grab the students. And I don't really have to worry about any S ranks popping up in my head right now. They're all pretty much dead. I'm here? I'm here. Yes, can I help you? Wait, do you need directions somewhere? Not to be rude, but I beg of you. Ask someone else. I happen to be lost myself. What was that? A woman asked you to come and find me? I mean, my friend, no doubt. How embarrassing. I hope to keep this hopelessly directionless side of myself under wraps. I feel terrible leaving her like that, but I had clean forgotten its house from one of my professors. I rushed back to collect the item I was to ask for, which I found thankfully, and got rather turned around when attempting to return. But don't you worry about me, I'll be fine. Just find them out. Now, if I'm right, then following this road east will lead me to this harbor. I know! I have business with your friend anyway. I can escort you. You mean it? Truly? Well, that I mean, if you're heading that direction anyway, I don't see why I shouldn't tag along. Oh no, please! After you! If I'm able to get as far as this teleport that connects the points in Oikos, I should be able to make the remainder of the trip on my own. Now then, would you mind? Harrison is now accompanying you. It sucks when you couldn't just mount for these, by the way. Because you had to run, you had to walk this entire way. You couldn't do this. So, it doesn't look like we have any conversation points either, so we can just head straight there. Hello. I'm leaving you in the dust. Hope you don't mind. You too. Hope you don't mind. As well. I can. Wow, that was so easy now. Relief it is to see a familiar sight. I should be alright without you in that now. After all, it's just a straight shot from here to Points and Oikos. Goodness, the earful I'm gonna get from my friend. I've kept her waiting far too long. Well, I really should hurry. She's holding an explanation and a heartfelt apology. Do come see us, though. I would like to thank you properly. Alright. Oh my gosh. The reason why we have been doing the quest. I'm trying to actually target the Aetherites. Thank you for your help. Truth be told, when my friend first dashed off, I had assumed it was because she'd forgotten an assignment for Metron. Lo and behold, I was right. We're studying at the words of Metron in Academia and Night Era, learning all we can about the engendering of aquatic life from that self-same master. Honestly, though, I have no idea why Metron would ask me to procure a flower of all things. One that's undergoing testing in Elvis. It's very beautiful, yes. But what does that have to do with ichthyology? Well, nothing. But that's the point, surely. It must be intended as a present. One meant for low grief. Metron is hopelessly enamored, as we all well know. We kind of do. We do? This is certainly news to me. Though, now you mention it, I suppose I have seen sparks between them. Why I never noticed before. That settles it. We need to hurry back and begin an in-depth observation of the romantic entanglements. Can't believe I wasted all this valuable research time lost amongst the trees. I would have wasted even more if not for you, good lady. Now that my friend and I are together again, we can get back to Academia and deliver the flower to Metron before it wilts. But before we rush off for reward, you certainly deserve it. Thank got 700 gil. I guess the ether current. I mean, that was helpful too. What? What's this one? Oh, it's a salamander! Creature behind. Uncanny resembles to a cactuar. Appears to be in fine spirits. I guess we'll find out more when we do these quests. Stay tuned, eventually. Arya, thank you for seeing to the safety of our guest. Indeed, my hesitancy to act would have ended poorly had your messenger not been there to shield me. And I'm certainly glad that she was. Now, shall we proceed to the business of the day? I believe you had some concerns regarding your personal creations. Yes, and as embarrassing as it is to admit, I was worried that the concepts I registered with the Bureau of the Architect may not be fit for release into the wild. Oh, you needn't feel embarrassed. You wouldn't be the first visitor we've had who's expressed difficulty in helping their children leave the nest. We can look on them right now if you like. Should like that very much, but I do have one request. When you swooped in to rescue me from that beast, I was treated to an impressive display of battle prowess. An entity with your strength and instinct would be the perfect candidate for evaluating the worth of my modest creations. Must it's the stage of this. What a fascinating notion. Yes, I quite agree with your assessment. Then we all go together. Whenever you're ready, Arya. Give me some time, okay? Cool. Cool. Now we agree. Cool. Anyway, let's get to Venat. However, as I make my way to her, I'm gonna say that'll be it for now. Next part, we will speak with Venat and travel to. This is a dead end! Travel to where we are needed. So, she's really arrived there. So, yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps you keep being content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!